Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. We are in the Big Moist, and while I was out sort of clearing the fences, I found that I was also needing to do this. So it wasn't technically on my quest list, but I think on notes and other information, Cats in the Boons, personal notes. Yeah. So we're supposed to... Well, we basically can't do anything with this unless we know the code. And... yeah, I don't have the 20 hot armor, and I'm not getting that anytime soon. Get him to say the code again. Yeah, so this makes no sense at all. Because what the code is 4500. Actually, it makes perfect sense when you think about it. But yeah, this wasn't obvious. The code is 450104. It's not January, so 1 and then 4. So 1414, which would be the obvious. No, you have to think in digits. Alright. This was definitely not what I had headed to last time, but alright. There we go. Alright. Now this is completely new. Yeah, let's just close it. Ooh. They're minding their own bug's nest. Let's see. This gauge has no controls and nothing that can be used. Just hit it. Hit it again. Oh, I get it. You're supposed to hit it when it's low. So that would either be... maybe? Aha! Well, let's clear out the this part first. Poison. Alright, that's annoying, but not something that can be handled. Wow. A swarm of swamp bees. Yeah, let's not have that happening. So they will die. Stink bugs. Stench damage. That will... Why are they attacking Yig? Is it because Yig is a bug and they think that Yig have somehow betrayed them? I can assure you that Yig would not care about such insignificant creatures. You're just going to attack me. Passive damage, ignoring armor. That's fine. These won't die. But extra fire never hurt me. And we'll just slap the shit out of these guys. Curing poison. Yeah, why not? And death. Nice. That works. And you grow stronger. Laundry facilities, including this hand-operated washing machine, are kept well below deck. guests don't want to see how the sausage is washed. Unglorious Qa'Rajh. 1 physical armor. Blech. Deckhand's pants. You wonder if somewhere there's a deckhand running around without their pants, but given the state of this boat, it is far more likely that they are dead. A note is taped up inside the cabinet. A sailors, Poseidos and Poseidons. Poseido, remember your date formats. Standard MDDY, local MDYDMYM, radio YMDDMY, international DDMMYY, maritime basic YYMDMD, maritime plus, maritime basic reversed. Oh, that's probably gonna be important. Eat the note? No. Read maritime humor. What is a pirate's best part of the boat? The starboard. What is a sailor's favorite joke? Land! That's gonna be important. Okay, let's eat the note then. Eating the note is a big Poseidon. Well, I have the a large crate labeled inflatable water slide. There's a handwritten message scratched into the wood. Don't tell the guest about the water slide. I don't care if they're expecting the time of their lives. 5 hours of pain and suffering to put it together, and they only used it once. Below that, another message. We're going to die on this boat. Oh, I was hoping that maybe there would be something useful, but... Oh, a great wooden wheel upon its... Dan, we're all broke upon thy wheel. Was that the name of the Longerfellow, perchance? A confession, friend. Rarely would I put me trust in a landlubber, but to come this far, you proved you have the true heart of a sailor. Yes, I kept it in a jar. Once again, I can't hear you, friend, but I hope you weren't joking around about keeping the heart of a sailor in a jar or something similar. Captain Dan likes a laugh as much as any shippy, but there's something no man nor beast should ever joke over, and that's sailor's death. I think we can all agree on this. Not getting to joke about dead sailors is the highest form of censorship. Ha! You scoff performatively at this insidious threat to free speech, but receive no response. But I'm afraid I must tell you that we have a new problem. You may have dealt with the steam pipes, but now we be locked in the wheelhouse. Expect you'll find the door key in the crow's nest. You know how crows be. You do know how crows be. Now please hurry. Some of the passengers in here are getting hungry, and I don't mean for a nibble on the bendy telescope. Leaving unattended bags on deck. Now, is that a Poseidon or a Poseidon? That's a Poseidon. Indeed it is. We'll make a sailor of you yet. Naval battery. Which is basically like a regular battery. Alright, well, that could be useful. That's a big crow. That's a pretty big crow. Well, nothing of value. Only a scrap of handwritten letter, the rest of the paper having succumbed to swamp atrophy. But having said that, Martha, the boat has taken a sharp and sickening turn into a black and shimmering tear in the sky itself, and I fear we are heading for land with unsafe speed. Grateful if you could call your father and rescue me from this impending unpleasantness. I will get this letter away to you promptly. I am sure that swamps have mailboxes. They do not. An unopened bag, a blank canvas, a fresh sheet of snow, a beautiful morning, endless possibilities. Oh, just a couple of meat. Probably in some alternate universe, the bag was filled with a fabulous treasure. Bosun C.C. David. Sure. Sailor's cap. Cold armor, huh? Okay. Mr. H. Longerfellow, Longerfellow Riverboat Company, stop. Hope you well, stop. Requesting permission to mutiny, stop. Captain ordering ship into storm, stop. Says passengers will love it, stop. Crew plans to mutiny anyway, just hope you not be mad with us, stop. I see. 3 outhouses, all alike in dignity, i.e. below average. A note on the side of the structure says the standard combination doesn't work. Did deckhand Pat lock these up again? Yeah. You don't need to use an outhouse right now, which is fortunate as the 2 unlocked doors contain not toilets but rat skeletons. The 3rd door is locked. You run your hands lightly across the roof and can make out a carpenter's mark, the initials VH. Either that stands for Valley Hardware or Versatile Hog. If you haven't met the Versatile Hog yet, you don't want any part of that. You don't want any part of that at all. Bah! Alright. A beastly crow eyes you with avian bloodlust. Why, I say very rude. Well, fight it is then. Let's see. Yeah, that was expected. Giant crow. Well, Mr. Crow, I'm afraid this is the end for you. Hot armor 8. Well, you're probably still gonna burn. Oh, wait, no, I was the one having hot armor. You don't have any armor. So you are currently taking 10 fire damage. Or rather, you would be if you weren't dead. Could I have convinced him to leave? Probably. So, I happen to have the code for this lock as well. And it is, well, the same numbers but in a different combination. It is 0404, so month, day, 5 1. Ooh! The lock slips from the door, shattering upon the deck into 1,000 tiny pieces. Inside the stall is a ruined toilet, which is no surprise, but on the back of the door is something quite unexpected. I'ma wait with that. Another big crow. Longerfellow ring. Wheelhouse key. That seems important. Crow bullion. Alright. The giant and ghoulish crow asserts unchallenged dominion over the boat's top deck, and he rules not through love but fear. For what is scarier than a crow? Me, I am. What's that? A human outscare a crow? If you figure a way to do it, then let the rest of us know, would you? For you'd be first in the history of the world. Alright. Flex your arms menacingly. I mean, we are a pig skinner, so that would be thematically fitting. Turn your eyes terrifying? Invent avian obscenities. I do personally like that. Let's go down that route. The crow pales like a dolphin at the guillotine and scurries as fast as his giant wings can flap. Allons! Scare him to death. Fight him to death. Ah! Stare into the crow's very soul, because I know the muscle is the bigger one, so the last one is probably going to be 7. The crow's dark feathers run white, and with the last vestiges of his strength he abandons the deck and communal nest. Alright. Shatter his mind. It takes 17 muscles to smile. Use 100. The crow staggers overboard, grasping at his last scraps of sanity like a sudden tear in a bathing suit. This power of yours, it's one to be used responsibly. Okay. Fright or fight? Fright. The whole swamp is now fertilized, and it hatches with mutterings of the man who gobbles up the courage of crows like so much country stew. So mythic is this figure, nobody would believe you that you or mortal is he. Unless You show them. Open the third eye in your bicep. Actions, not word. Flex your tongue with malice. Let your eyes do the talking. Open your eye mouth. That's... The first farmer to stick a scarecrow in his wheat fields was never really satisfied with his creation. Sure, it worked, but it didn't look like what he had seen in his mind. The thing he saw those thousands of years ago was you. In this moment, you are the scarecrow. You have always been the scarecrow. Yes. Oh, it's just a deck stool. Footsteps on the deck. Hurrah! A sailor's... I still can't see you, I'm afraid. 'Tis the wheelhouse, not the window house. Right. Crow's got the key, landlubber. Had a spare in here. But we aided day one to stave off cannibalism. Right. Your compass needle oscillates violently in the presence of this console. Just like that, the needle reverts to its normal function, pointing west. So there never was any meat here, just some electrical interference confusing your compass? This would never happen at Stonehenge. The creaks reach your ears before the creaker your eyes. Suspended from the ceiling, this boxy thing giving motion lurches left, right, and down, straining at the springs grafted to its back. There is no ship's captain, no passengers, no meat. This automaton, this creature, is the only living thing in the wheelhouse, if you call that living. Who are you? A landlubber in me wheelhouse. 'Tis is the day most dreaded by every sailor, of worse fate even than by a chomping by the titianous beak of a frightful skiller. I can only guess that the boat's being on land has imbued you with extra powers, allowing you to make it this far. Honestly, it wasn't very difficult. Land powers, as I say. What's been going on here? I'm afraid you've been a passenger on me riverboat ruse. Weren't me that needed saving from the steam, the crows and the bugs, but ye that needed killing by them. Seems harsh. A machine I be, landlubber, made to follow instructions. Me instructions were to captain this riverboat and show all those aboard the time of their lives. The time of their lives, you see. Time meaning beginning, middle, and end. To fulfill me task to his letters, I had no choice but to ram the riverboat into a monstrous swamp and terminate every living soul aboard. Right, some questions. Water away! That's how we say fire away at sea. Any chance you got a huge amount of meat stashed up in here? Meat? Ha! I've no use for it. Wonder why Mudhenge sent me here then. Mudhenge? You was thinking of Stonehenge, landlubber. Why'd you have to try and kill me? Aye, and ye be all right for a landlubber. Ha, only teasing. But me instructions require me to show all aboard the time of their life, so once you boarded the craft, you became me responsibility. Really, I'd say you quibble this with the writers of me instructions and not with me. So you just kill everyone who comes across this boat. Can't promise it, but yar, I'll give it the old college try. Old water college, that is. I'm starting to doubt your command of nautical knowledge. Doubt me command, do ye? Mutinous talk! Shut your land lips! Your logic is a little strange. You're whispering land lies, lad. What ye believe to be faulty reasoning is mere misfires in your rotting brain. To me, a perfect, correct creature of logic, and a model sailor to boot. What I've done as a captain be not just logical, but very, very good and smart. You know, you misinterpreted the time of your life. Misinterpret? The only miss I know, landlubber, is that powerful mistress we sailors call the ocean. I be a sailor, you know. Yes, I know. If you were a real sailor, you'd know your Poseidons and Poseidon'ts. Aye, what of it? I hardly need a lecture on me Poseidons from a land leech. Killing your passengers and crew is, to me, a big Poseidon. Captain Dan dangles uncomfortably from his rod grafts. Even I, a landlubber, know that. Captain Dan's wooden noggin starts to spin like an owl on a merry-go-round. Do you know less about the sea than a landlubber? Captain Dan's limbs spin and spin, threatening to overheat until, instead, he whimpers into non-existent. He feared you the most, Rain, and always did. For all his faults of logic, he fancied himself a sailor to his wooden bones. And it is a tenet of nautical prophecy that the only thing that can kill a sailor is a man from the land. Ooh. Bendy telescope. Muzzle plus physical damage? Nah. You leave Dan shattered into wormwood food, his anger laying in automaton hell. No longer shall he menace land or sea, and this little patch of swampland is safe once again, if not especially desirable to visit or live. Good riddance. Can I not take his hat? Swear into the microphone. Despite the radio's limited broadcasting area, the filthy and unprintable words from your mouth blast a horrible smell across the country. And at this exact moment, many, many miles away, a creature's eyes snap open for the first time. The Federal Radio Commission has been born. This wheel is made of plastic. The boat must have been controlled via Captain Dan's central wooden nervous system. What? I assume you mean take it with you and not take control of the ship. Yes. Oh, there's nothing further that way. Look through the mount. Alright. Bendy telescope. Dan wasn't lying about one thing. You really can see a lot with the aid of a bendy telescope, including from this angle what looks like a disturbed plank under one of the chairs on the main deck. Oh. That sounds like treasure to me. We shall go and investigate at once. As soon as I've figured out how. Main deck, right. One of the chairs, eh? One of the chairs, eh? Oh. Well, it's not bad. It wasn't much, but wasn't bad. Alright. No. Alright, time portal. What be your quest? You step from the outhouse into a beautiful day. The sky is blue and bright, the glistening deck freshly swapped. The passengers hale, hearty, and freshly swapped. You exist in a moment of joy, a frozen tear on a warm cheek. Wow. I've never met Mr. Longerfellow. Perhaps he is too long to meet. Yes. A deckhand stands where that crow was, or rather will. If I don't see a whale on this cruise, I will simply... What? Fine day for a crab launch, eh? The crowd here is too excited about the stairs to let you through. Ooh. The crown sparkles like the well-brushed tooth of an ice troll. A fine cruise, sir. Oh, that would. Who are you? Who am I? I am multitude, sir. To one, I am one thing. To another, another. To some, I am a riverboat passenger. To other, a countess of the city of clocks. Nice crown. Tiara. Can I have the tiara? I am sure you can possess it, but I do not believe it can ever be had by anyone. Where'd you get it? It was gifted to me by a scientist that sacrificed his heart for a city that has stopped breathing. What city is that? It's dead and buried. Let it remain thus. You seem interesting. Indeed, I bear many curses. How much for the tiara? It has a prize, 100 meat. Cash, that's more straightforward than I expected. I do not tell you what I want. I tell you what the price is. Okay, I'll buy the tiara. This is a purchase by you of a city from its final countess. Neat. Glorious tiara. Well, that's more like it. She turned in silence to face the wave. Show her the ruined tiara. What do you make of this? She barely glanced at the tarnished double of her glorious crown. I've looked upon my bones before and expect I shall again. Ooh, okay. Look, this boat is going to crash. Yes, I think you should not be here when it does. She has not looked at you once this whole time. A fine cruise to you! Okay. Pencil in hand, this passenger muses over his missive. It's a letter in progress. Oh, Martha, I was never fit to be a husband so long as my mind was cursed to generate my great ideas. For example, if we twist the cow differently, might we produce not milk but cheese? I must be free of our marriage if I am to pursue this notion. I trust this clears up why I drove out of the car so suddenly. Okie dokie. Afraid there's no access to the promenade right now. The stewards are tastefully arranging lunch, and the slightest disturbance could throw off the tastefulness. I think this boat's gonna crash. Sea travel is perfectly safe, I assure you. Statistically, it's more dangerous to ride a motorcycle into the ocean. You have to stop this boat. Stop the boat! The captain wouldn't hear of it. He took his charter to show all his guests the time of their lives, and that's just what he means to do. What do you make of Captain Dan? The captain's disciplined, all right, made no mistake. I like to joke that Dan stands for disciplined and no mistake. That's a joke you like to make. Correcto. Do you transform into a crow in the future? I hope not. Left my crow face behind in my 20s, and like any lad. Captain Dan isn't human. There's no worse slur than calling a sailor inhuman. I'll put up with landlubber slander when we're on your turf, but I won't hear another word of it at sea. Well, goodbye. I don't know if I necessarily fixed anything here, or if this was just for the sake of, yeah, okay. This doesn't seem to lead anywhere. But hey, we got ahead. So that's nice, I guess. Alright. Well, that was a bit weird. Okay. Well, with that done, is it on our side quest at all? Nope, because we cleared it out. Can't do anything more with this because the last two are in the following area. This one, we can go there and see if we have any cheese. I might have picked something up. I pick up a lot of different stuff, so who knows. I think this is the fastest way. Oh, and free meat. Oh, I can fish. Well, ow. Biscuit. Where is the rat at? Here he is. Oh, I guess I don't have any cheese for him then. Okay. Well, with that, we pretty much cleared up all the Oh, right. So we got the quest to go to the sunken riverboat from a place called Mudhenge. Oh. Free stuff. Right. Haha! You've already read this. It just mentioned the old sunken boxcar nearby. Doesn't seem to have any bearings on Mudhenge at all. Alright, that's right. Mudhenge is... With the swamp air now free of the Longerfellow's electrical interference, perhaps the compass on the altar is worth another try. Yes! Southern Arch. I'm coming, mate. But... Hope it's not here, but... Doesn't seem like it's here. But the only things... I mean, there are a couple of things. Ah! Would it... I hope it's not in here. That wouldn't make... As opposed to... Ooh. Confident limestone. Okay. Well... Oh! Well, that isn't exactly what happened now, is it? Southernmost arch. Oh! That's a dum-dum on my part. I have to go through a portal for it to work. Boop. Oh! You got into the Qa'Rajh vault. Wait, are we back in Ocean City? We don't have access to a map, so, Gustav's egg. 1 of 52. That's not that great. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Not yours, though. Oh, there's more. Dead Sea Scroll. 401 meat. Wealth beyond measure, assuming measurement system that ends at 400. Whoever Mitchell Vanderjacht is, he took the trouble to bury a moth in his safety deposit box. Makes you think, though not for very long. Powdered wig. So that's basically a better version of my driving cap. Boop. Also, it looks fancy. Roll of duct tape. Integrity, security, excellence. A corporate value for each head of the dog. Oh, more dates. Ooh, and you know why dates are important? Also, aren't I gonna be in trouble because I literally broke in? I mean, I know that it is open, but... Yeah, right. Oh, actually, perfectly fitting. I was not expecting to be able to get in through the below arc, but we got some dates. Though nothing new here. And nothing here. Really? Ah, here we go. The month The month papers tell of the Manhattan murder trail, which ended in a mistrial when the star witness was metamorphosed into a tree, the third such incident in that year. Mr. McElhatton praised the outcome as a victory for the rule of law and forestation. Yeah. Today saw the grand opening of a new banking concern, Securibus Building and Loan. Residents of Ocean City watched in appalled disgust as during the opening ceremony the maximum security vault was installed backwards, sealing inside their savings and valuables for all eternity. The bank's chairman reassured worried customers the mistake would not affect operations. What happened next? 10 minutes later, the bank was closed permanently. Banks, can't trust them. Have we got any new dates here? No. How about the most recent ones? Also no. But, hey, we did get something. Oh, actually, wasn't there an ability to... some sort of press or anything that would, be able to forge documents, eh? Because, I don't know where else to find it. Already done that. Well, we are over time for this episode, so I will look around and see if there's something I can do between this and the next one. If not, the next time we will just be heading to the what is it called? To Gray County. In any case, until next time, take care.